Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns, doing a little bit of an update video. I have reviewed both of these ASG machine guns or machine pistols, and I've done tabletop videos for them, but no shooting videos. Now the weather's been really crappy here in beautiful BC, Canada. It's been nothing but winter. We've had a crazy winter. I would say we've had a record snow, not just one dump, but about 3 or 4 dumps of snow, which is really unusual for us. Makes getting outside and shooting these airsoft guns a little troublesome, but you know, I got the itch. I get that itch once in a while to get out and shoot, so I decided to take a few different airsoft guns out. These two, for instance, go outside, put some rounds through them, take a few shots on the target, put some rounds through the chronograph, just kind of see how they shoot, get back to you with some of that information, because I haven't been able to do any field test videos for these guns. So no, I'm sorry, there's no actual shooting video, but I do have some targets here I can show you with some chrono specs that I'll share with you guys. So again, we have our ASG B&T BT5 here. Basically it's like an MP5 PDW, very similar to the Steel BB Umarex MP5, but of course this one's an airsoft. Rather than using CO2, uses an electric system. Both of these guns are electric AEG guns, 6mm airsoft, just in case I didn't clarify. And we have our ASG CZ Scorpion, and that's the VZ61. Both of these guns are semi and full auto selectable. Now unfortunately we don't sell these guns in our Canada or in our US Replica Airgun stores at this time. They did come in with an ASG shipment, kind of as samples. And even though we don't sell them, at least it's nice to get my hands on them, show you around these guns, do some reviews for you guys. Now I believe one of the reasons we don't carry it in Canada is because they do shoot a little lower FPS, so importation can be a little sticky when it comes to importing these lower FPS all black guns. Alright, let's talk about the CZ Scorpion VZ61. Here is my target, and I was aiming here. I was shooting 30 feet back, semi-rested position, and the standard position that I shoot in all my airsoft videos, so the same thing. And you can see we got a nice little grouping here. Most of them were really close to an inch, which is quite good for an airsoft gun. You know, almost, I'd say within an inch and a half. We had one float out over here, but most of them were in this one block or really close to it. It was low, so I'm pretty sure this gun has hop up. I'm not 100% sure, but if it does, I can adjust that hop up, get the targets or get the BBs hitting a little higher up there. That would be nice. Other than that, it was pretty accurate, so just getting it to shoot a little higher via adjusting the hop up should do that in terms of accuracy, but very tight group. And in terms of FPS, pretty low, and you can actually see the way it kind of like it more or less ripped the paper, didn't put clean holes, so it was shooting a little slower. It was taking a little bit of time for the BBs to get down there 30 feet, a little longer than normal, but 253, 261, 268, 255, 253, so for an average of 258 FPS. So if you're doing some close quarters indoor shooting, this gun would be great. You know, you're not going to hurt anyone too much with these guys, right? It's going to be perfect for indoor type airsoft games. Alright, moving on to the B&T BT5. This one was not quite as accurate, and it wanted to shoot a little higher and to the left. Now I'm not sure about adjusting windage, or left and right shooting. Not sure if that's going to be doable with this gun. I don't believe it has much of a windage adjustment. Maybe you could bring it down or however using the hop up, but it did shoot a bit high and again to the left. And we got, you know, that's about a 4-inch group there, so we had a little flyer there. Other than that, the rest of them were pretty tight, about 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2 inches. So not too bad. I said 4 inches, but that is definitely not 4 inches. That would be about a, yeah, maybe from there to there is 4 inches, but in here we're looking at 1.5 inches to 2 inches. In terms of FPS, a little higher. Did seem to get the BBs down a little quicker, the airsoft BBs, so 298, 297, 293, 298, and 297. Very consistent, so an average of 296. So definitely a very consistent FPS coming out of this gun. But those are the results that I got with both of these ASG airsoft machine pistols. Alright, again, we do have other airsoft guns for sale, of course, in our Canada and US stores, so check out our Canada and US online stores over at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us. We also have a lot of articles, post reviews, and we do have written reviews for both of these guns with additional pictures over at replicaairguns.com, so check out those links in the description. And of course, we have a lot of other products in our stores like air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Until next time, take care.